So today I'm going to make some cannolis, and I have a bunch of cannoli shells that I bought recently. They're still in the bag, I haven't used them yet. There are 10 in here. I think they're an inch in diameter. They're kind of oval shaped. And I'll show you what I do with those when I get ready to make the actual cannoli. So you're going to use these, and you're going to use a biscuit cutter. This is 3 inches, and I'll show you how that works. This recipe I cut in half for, I think it was 8 cannoli of this size tube, but I'm cutting it in half for 4. I might get 5 out of it because it's just an experiment, and I also don't want to have too much of this delicious dessert in the house. But nonetheless, I'd like to try it for a dessert tonight after dinner. But the shell is going to be 2/3 cup of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of cocoa powder, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 3/4 cup of butter or shortening, and you can chop it in small pieces. I'm using a food processor, so if you're doing it by hand, probably easier to cut it into the dry ingredients. And then 2 1/4 tablespoons of sugar. I'm using granulated sugar. You can use powdered, but I'm going to use powdered in the ricotta filling. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 of a whisked egg, and 1/8 cup of Marsala wine. I'm going to put in some cooking wine. I don't have Marsala, but I have some of that right here. So I'm going to use that, and it's pretty close to Marsala. That will be the shell, and we're going to start with the shell, and then we'll do the filling. The filling will be 1/2 cup ricotta, 1/2 cup of cream cheese, 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of orange zest, and chopped nuts, which will be used to dip into the filling once they're filled into the cannoli shells when they're fried. And we do fry the shells once the dough has rested for about 2 hours. You use the cookie cutter to cut the shape and then wrap the cannoli rolls, but I'm going to show you. So anyway, I'm back. My camera cut out. I don't know why, but I'm going to pick up from here. So again, I'm going to take all these dry ingredients, which I popped into here, and I'm going to post the recipe on the screen. Once this is combined in the food processor, I'm going to add in the butter and the whisked egg and the wine, cooking wine. So you can watch as I do that. So I'm going to pop in right now all the dry ingredients. And I'm going to get those combined before I add the butter and the wine and the eggs. So put on the power, and I'm going to pulse it. What I have here is a pastry blade where I'm doing half a recipe. I'm going to help it along a little because, there you go, that looks really good. All right. So as I'm pulsing, I'm going to put in my butter and my egg and wine. So here comes the butter. Good. It's ready for kneading. See how it's kind of that consistency there? So we're going to knead it and let it rest. So I get these things out of the way. And shut this. So I took the dough out of the food processor and I put it on a floured countertop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knead it for a good 8 to 10 minutes. And then it's going in a covered bowl into the fridge to rest for 2 hours before I get ready to make my shapes and fry them. So I'll come back then. This is 1/2 cup of ricotta and 1/2 cup of cream cheese. This is 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. This in here is about a 1/2 teaspoon of orange zest, freshly zested from a fresh orange, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So all of this is going in here. And I'm going to combine it in this bowl. And then this will be my filling. Boy, that smells good, that orange. Again, here's my dough. I took it out of the fridge. It was in there at least 2 hours. I think it was in there actually a little longer because I had errands to do. But so here I am. Roll it out. And I have a 3-inch biscuit cutter, which should be good. And I want to make this dough at least 1/8 of an inch thick. I've got my egg here washed to act as my glue. So as you can see, here's my cookie cutter. It's real close, which I like. Don't want to have too much extra left over. So let's see what I got. One. See that? There's one of those. Okay, so it's going to take our cannoli mold. I'm going to cover it with a little oil because I want these not to stick. And I'm going to get my egg. It's going to be my glue. And I'm going to take this piece of dough and wrap it. See this top part? Right here. Get the glue, plenty of egg wash, and wrap it around. As you can see that? Because when that fries, you're really going to see it to be crispy and crunchy. See it? It's 3 o'clock, just after 3 in the afternoon. And I want them for dessert, so I don't want to make them too soon, because if I do, they'll get soggy, and because I'm not putting them in the fridge, I'm going to leave them up. Okay, I want to show you what I did. I finished them. I ended up not freezing the others. I ended up putting them on this plate and oiled the plate. I'm going to put it back in the fridge, but okay, we're going to put some more cannolis in. Temperature says 375, like it's supposed to be. We're going to wait till the light comes back on in green before I put another one in. That looks really good. I'm going to give it 1 minute on each side. Put it right here in the powdered sugar to dust it. So I'm going to squish it. Watch this. Squish it in there. There you go. Both sides. See that? Look how nice that looks. Do one more. Look at that. Going right in there. Powdered sugar. How nice that looks. Isn't that pretty? All right. Hope you enjoy making your own cannolis. They're the best dessert you can make for the holidays. Everybody loves them. Experiment. Thanks for watching.